just getting to the stand. It's 4:53. It's been pouring all day. I'm sitting on public land. I actually walked. I've never been in this piece. I just walked around this block. I got a west-southwest wind again. I was actually headed back to the truck to head to a different spot. And I came around this corner, and there's this beautiful clover field. And there was actually some deer, 2 doe, just here to my left. They didn't know what in the heck I was. They just kind of walked in. I'm doe hunting, deer hunting. The plan is, I'm gonna go ahead and get set up. Really, there's so much clover in this field. There's even a scrape right here along this autumn olive. Could really see anything. Southwest wind. I'm gonna get set up. I'm not too far from the parking lot. I'm hoping this spot gets overlooked. I might see some hunters walking in. I'm hoping the fact that it's a very small window where it's not gonna rain. It actually goes to 50% in like an hour. I'm hoping people just aren't going out. I guess we'll find out. It's supposed to cool right off after this rain. The next week, temperatures are dropping down. So, another little life hack for you guys is this public land hunters can't screw anything into trees. These Hiss straps by Tethered. You can buy them online. I think they're $25 on Amazon or something. Get this Hero Clip package. So when it goes around the tree, it comes with these S clips for your backpack. But this is your bow hanger. Works out really well. We're gonna get set up. Just hang here for a couple hours, see what happens. There will be blood outdoors. Gotta get moving here. I'm really just scouting for a spot to get egging in. You can see all of these products that we use. We're not sponsored by any means, but we love them so much. We put them in the link in the description below for a lot of these products. So if you're wondering where we get this stuff, just look in the description below. Easy link will take you right there. I don't even know what to say. Oh, that's a huge moment. That's the first saddle deer. That's the first public land deer for me. That sounds crazy. Oh man. So, it rained all day today. Let me turn this camera around. Oh man. Oh. Oh, we just got it done. I told you, man. There will be blood. Oh. That thing is drained. So that is my first public land deer. That sounds kind of weird, but we've always hunted private property. We know a lot of farmers. We have family property. It was a challenge for me this year. We've hunted New York in game lands, and I really wanted to get, my boy is old enough. Hagen can get in a tree stand now. We've put in literally, I would say over 30 miles just in the second half of summer into this year, scouting both close. We don't want to drag a doe way out. I don't want to have him running miles back in and getting wore out. So finding what we call low-hanging fruit. This evening, Hagen's not with me. We're in a completely new spot. Hang and hunt. Saddle hunt. It's my first deer out of a saddle. Everything worked perfect. Literally played the wind this evening. It poured down rain all day. Walked around, I think it was like 0.8 miles, just scouting transition lines off of field edges. And I came back, I was going to the truck, and I came back around this corner, and there's beautiful clover in this field. And I was like, man, there could very easily be deer coming into this feeding because there's not a lot of acorns this year where I'm hunting. And I came around this corner, it's like a little horseshoe shape. I came around this corner, and there was actually, these two deer were out here in this field. And I got to the edge, and they just kind of jumped in. I was like, well, maybe they'll come back. So I worked this edge as close as I dare get, and I'm in a beautiful oak, just a beautiful setup. Got this awesome tree behind me for coverage, like beautiful backdrop. They came back out. It is 6:25 right now. That was awesome. I heard something behind me, and the wind is supposed to be this way, south-southwest, but it kind of stopped, and my thermal started pulling down the hill. And I'm telling you, wet ground, can't hear anything. I just thought I heard something behind me, and those deer must have came behind me, but kind of at an angle, and they popped out up there. Turned the GoPro on, and she was, I don't know what, if she just remembered me being in this field earlier, or what, but she came out high alert and was looking at that corner, and she actually came, and just a beautiful backdrop, man. She came 60, and I was trying to get, I'm not real organized, I was like trying to get like my rangefinder out, and I don't have a good place to hang this right now. It was all tied up, and I thought she saw me, and I kept just checking. I found a spot that was 30 yards, kind of a clumpy brush in the field there, and she blew past that. She was at like 20 yards, so I had to change it again on my one pin, and then I moved the camera because she was actually coming, so I had to move it to be able to draw, and she caught me about halfway back, and I just followed through, sunk it on that dang shoulder. Wow, that schwacker. I don't know where she went, but man, that is awesome. Alright everyone, so welcome back. Just pulled back into the parking lot. Gave this deer a little bit of time, even though looking at the footage, it looked like a great shot. We're gonna get back in here and try to find the deer. We found the Lumenok was lighting up on the way out. It actually carried it through the field and just inside the woods. And on the footage you could see her kind of stumbling around. So we're gonna get after it right now. I'm gonna self-recover this one. So let's see, hopefully the footage turns out okay. Don't think we're gonna have to track it far, but let's go find this deer. I don't know if you can tell, right there's the yearling. So looking for his mom. So I shot that deer right out there, about 40 yards in. And she ran down the edge of this field. And I can see my Lumenok back in there, if you see that. So let's go back and just check that out. I'm not really worried about, you know, trying to be quiet. This deer should be expired by now. I am worried about it rained all day. And I hate looking for blood on the wet. That's why I wasn't gonna take a shot over 30 yards, 20 yards really, but it had to be a guarantee. Boy, these leaves are all red. It's gonna be really hard. Boy. It's rained since I've shot this deer, and that arrow is washed. That is not cool. This is gonna be a body search for sure. Let's start here. That's completely washed since I shot that deer. Maybe I should have got down and looked a little sooner. That deer didn't go far though. We're gonna leave that right there as a reference. On the film I could see that it cut downhill. So I'm just gonna tuck down over here and take a peek. Alright. I'm not gonna lie. I just turned the camera off because I was just gonna start looking, and that deer lays right there. Look at that. There she is, guys. Absolutely giant public land doe. Look at that. Man. She didn't go very far, ultimately about 100 yards straight downhill. Alright, I'm gonna get my tag on her quick so I can get my hands on her. That's so awesome. I had a zip tie. Somehow I lost it. Don't forget, on these Pennsylvania tags now, you have to notch the month and the date to be legal. Oh man. Gosh, she's a big deer. What's weird though about this is it doesn't look like she fell over. It looks like she came over here and actually laid down. I thought that was a double long shot. Wow. Well, there she is. That's not pretty, so I'm not probably going to show that, but we'll take her and get her dressed up a little bit. Beautiful though. That's real life though. That's Schwacker broadheads. That's the entrance. That's insane. Alright, I'm gonna get her drug out. Alright guys, there it is. First public land deer, and very proud of this deer. First saddle hunt. Our first deer with a saddle. Just a big doe. It was a rainy day, and the rain let up this afternoon, and just got out, played the wind, and got on a food source. Just happened to be a clover field. I was actually walking back to the truck, and I walked by that field, and you know, there was a lot of clover in there, and I actually saw these two deer. They went back in the woods, and I had a feeling they'd be back out. And about I don't know, about 5:30, they popped back out, and she was eagle eye, looking up for where she saw me that first time. I was able to get drawn back. She actually was looking at me the whole time I drew back, and just put it behind the shoulder. It came out a little bit back. Obviously, she was quartering to me, but it did the job. The schwackers are nasty. Like I said, it was raining. I really didn't want to take a far shot in the rain, but when she came out and gave me that shot, I knew I could put it there with no question, and I wouldn't have a far track job even if there was no blood to go by. So stay tuned, guys. There will be blood outdoors. We kill stuff. It's just our motto. You know, we're not too picky. Obviously, we try to shoot big mature doe, but when it comes to buck and public land, it really depends if the deer does it for us. If it comes in with a story to a decoy or something like that, that's a trophy to us. So thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that button in the corner and subscribe, or hit this big yellow one right in front of my face. That'll subscribe. But we'll keep trying to bring you guys videos like this. So done here in 3A with my doe tag. Time to get hanging one. Thanks a lot, guys.